Hello, living in Boulder vlog. I think it's the 27th of August this day. Um, Maybe I can do my vlog on my studio tomorrow, but all of yesterday I was working on mainly backing up files and organizing my green screen videos. When I did my video yesterday, I kind of, at the time, I was like stuck because I couldn't flip. There was nothing changing in my program. I didn't know what the hell was going on. But, and I also couldn't do green screen. I couldn't hit the keyer on the green screen, so I was like, what? But then I got really tired, so I took a nap. And when I got up, I proceeded to back things up. And that just took forever because I was backing stuff up on a card, but also from one hard drive to another hard drive, and having to kind of organize too, like just delete things I didn't need and back up. That was one thing that I was a little bit behind on, backing up. So I realized why the keyer wasn't working, and it was because I was backing up two things. My computer, I guess it's not the greatest these days. It's a Macintosh, but it's like a 2017. I have a 2015 and 2017. But when I'm backing things up at two different locations, when I type, it takes like a few seconds for the words to appear. Like you can type a whole sentence and then you have to wait, and then it's just like tick, 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 tick. And yeah, so I realized, I'm pretty sure I think so, yeah, that the keyer works when I'm not backing things up. But if I'm backing something up, the keyer won't work. So that's why I was confused. I didn't know that it could slow the computer down so much that it couldn't even turn the keyer on. So that's how I solved that problem. And then the other problem having to do with the background. I can't remember how I found this out. I think I'm gonna make coffee after this, even though it's the afternoon. I had on my program, of my ATEM program, I had a button called background and a button called key 1, both pressed. And so somehow that made it so that this image, that's my deck. I have a picture of my deck that I used as the background on my video that I did on my studio. That was the only image that was going to be on there, and I had other images, other things in it. It just kept that on there. I don't know how. I'm not good enough with the program, but so as soon as I hit the background button and the key button, that's when I could get back to normal, where I could move things. So I'm back to speed. But I didn't have the time to do anything else in my studio. I did do one thing. I watched a tutorial from the Rodecaster Pro, and of some like sound adjustment, and I fiddled with the sound adjustment. That didn't really do much, but as I was doing that, I saw that I have 4 inputs for my mics, and only my third mic, if you turn it on, it's just this hissing, this bzzz. I don't know why. Some guy said once that, I think on a tutorial, that if you have the cable from the Rodecaster mixer to your computer, like if it's right next to a power cable at any point in time, then there'll be some like background noise. So I'm gonna look at the microphone cable and see if, I think the microphone cable may be like zip tied along its entire length next to a power cable for microphone 3. So yeah, I mean, if that's the case, I'll have to take it off and just make sure that it's away from any power cable as it goes to its location, and we'll see what happens. But I don't even need You don't even need any of those other microphones now. I did plug another microphone, a wire microphone, to the second microphone port of my A10 Mini Extreme, but it doesn't show any life at all. I'm like, hello, hello, and there's nothing. So I don't know what the deal with that is. I think I do have, I do have a wireless mic, but I couldn't find it yesterday. So I'll look around again. A lavalier mic, see if I can find that and plug that thing in the back and see if that shows life. If I can't find one, I'll just buy another one when I have the money. I don't know. Wait a couple months. Yeah, but I noticed that on my 4 microphones, because microphone number 1 showed no life. And that was the one I wanted to use. That's the one I used on my video the other day that was above me. But microphone 4 it was the one microphone that was showing life. And it was the one to my lower left here. And I remember when I put that there, I put it there for like, oh, that's the microphone I'll use when I'm talking, when I'm riding my bike. Because I have a desire to talk with the talk like while I'm riding my bike whenever I start doing that. So I pulled the bike up in position just to see if it would sound all right and to measure how far my mouth was from it. And I have a water bottle cage on the top frame of my bike, my time trial bike, that holds an Aero bottle. And so I put the microphone on top of the Aero bottle and said, oh, wow, that's the perfect distance from my mouth. When my head is down, I can talk and it's right there. Perfect sound. So I took it off of this little perch over here on the left, and I strung it around, and I was like, okay, that's perfect. Microphone right on the top tube of the time trial bike. And then I got back and I was like, okay, well, at least I have one microphone that works. And I don't know why only one microphone works. I have to like watch more tutorials and get on the forum or whatever and find out what the deal is, why. Because they're all switched on the same way. They're all the same settings. I did all the same settings at the same time. So I decided, oh wait, let's just put the microphone down here on the end of the table, because I have one microphone on the top above my camera, but it's kind of far from the cameras, from the fans, and if I tried take out background noise, and he showed how it could do it work in the tutorial. Doesn't even work at all, not even the slightest with my fans. And I don't know if it'd work at all with the microphone up there because it's right next to a couple fans. But I was like, okay, let's just see if it works if you put the microphone right in front of you. So I placed the microphone right in front of me on the desk, and there's usually there doesn't really need to be anything on the desk because the main platform in front of me, I usually just put it's the biggest area that's free, but I usually put my keyboard there, but I don't need my keyboard there because I can just turn to the side and type on the computer because the computer's right here on my right. I'll do a tour of it later. So I was like, all right, well, let's just put the mic there. Because there were already 2 Velcro squares. I noticed that Keith Bennett, who does the tutorials for the Hyperdeck, he showed how he puts his little external hard drives or something together, and he uses those same exact Velcros. He showed it up, and I just saw one Velcro square. I use 4, but to put my 2 externals, I put a external on the side post, and then I put with 4 Velcro squares, and then I put 4 on the other side and another external next to it, so they're 2 stacked, and then I can just stick them into my computer. But I had 2 Velcro squares already there. I think I was gonna stick my keyboard on it or something before I realized I don't need to have it stuck on there. So I was like, oh, well, let's just stick them on those Velcro squares because it's right on the tip of the desk in the middle. So I placed the microphone there, and I was like, oh, wow. Lo and behold, it was really close. It's like a foot. It's 12 inches from my mouth. And if you want proper sound, you want the microphone between 6 and 12 feet from your mouth. 6 would be better, but up to 12 is good. And so it's 12 feet from when I'm sitting straight up I can see all the keys on my A10 Mini Extreme. You know, all I have to do is look like this, and I can see the other screen for my other computer, my second computer, which is sitting on the seat of my rowing machine. And then on the post of the rowing machine is where I reach down to grab like food and drinks. That way, if anything spills, it'll only get on my rug. It won't get on any electronics. So it's perfect. And I don't really have to reach that far down, so that I have space, plenty of space for my legs and knees and arms and stuff and elbows. So yeah, so then I just put Velcro on, like 2 pieces of Velcro on the microphone, and I can stick the microphone so it's right there under me, and it's perfect sound. And I realized what happened. Like, there was really bad sound the last time I did a video, and I fixed it. The sound is good now because I forgot to, because I just turned the sound up. I wasn't able to turn the sound up on the mics, like the master sound, without there being a wee, because I think I accidentally had like microphone 3 switched on or something. I can't remember exactly what the difference was, but I turned it up all the way, and there is a little bit of a screech, but maybe almost all the way, and maybe there is a little bit of feedback, and I don't even know where the feedback comes from. I'm like, does it come from my TV? And I think maybe it does, but I can't find that TV's remote to hit the mute. I might go back and see if I can just turn the volume down if there's a volume button on it, but yeah. So I did a test, and the sound was good. Wasn't perfect, but I can tweak it later. It was way better than the other time. And I can do the big green screens and stuff. So that's what I did. I figured out my microphone problem, and I wired the microphone. And when I figure out how to get microphone 1 switched on again, I don't even know why it's not, but when I do, because it's about the same distance from my mouth, is when I'm talking. One microphone's about 12 inches below me, and then the other microphone's about 12 inches above me. So I can have them both turned on. And there won't be any extra, like, unsynced feedback because they're the same distance from my mouth. So I'll do that later, and that'll be even better sound. But, so yeah, I like rethread the microphone cable. So yesterday was another day of reworking my hardware. But yeah, I just ended the day organizing my green screen videos because I realized my green screen videos weren't organized. I did a video with a bunch of green screens a few years ago when I was playing with OBS, and had green screens in my house. And maybe this is a long time ago, like 2014 or something, but the video was pulled because I was like dancing with a bunch of girls. And I guess one of the girls who was the subject, who was dancing, like complained. So it was like, and I even saw in the complaint, it was like emailed to me or something, and even said who complained. So I emailed the girl, and she's like, yeah, I'm on there, I don't want to be on there. And I'm like, oh, okay. Didn't say which one it was, but I was like, so I was under the impression that if you get free green screen templates, that they're free. But like, be careful, because if you get a free template or free green screen template off YouTube, it's not necessarily free. It's like some fool who got them somewhere or grabbed a video and then made them and told everybody that they're free. So yeah, when I make more videos with green screen templates, I won't include any people I don't know who aren't famous on there in case they complain. And I'll also like find out where they came from, because I think a lot of the original titles are there. And I'll have to like study really quickly like what the rules are, and if those are stolen from some like website, and which one, and then maybe I could become a member of that so I can get the videos, because I spent so much time collecting these green screens. I just counted them. I have 3,366 of them, broken up into, on my computer, broken up into like 1,000 folders or something. It was like 50 main folders, and then if you go into each folder, it's like 50 more folders, and a lot of those you go in and then it's like 20 or 30 more folders. I'll do a demo of it tomorrow. I didn't want to do my video today with my studio because I didn't have anything set up. I didn't have a green screen or anything set up, and it's like 5 o'clock now, so I'll just go ahead and do the video. But I like having all the green screens ready because, and they're not all ready. Like just like everything that I do when I'm high off my ass is I do these like really time-consuming projects, and then I burn out and I move on to something else. And so I didn't actually finish this, but I did a lot. Like all those green screens, I went into an editor and I chopped off the beginning and end of them, because when you download them, it says who made them, and then in the beginning and then in the end. But you have to chop that off if you're going to loop it, or if you're just going to play it. You can't have that stuff, extraneous stuff in there. So I chopped them off, and there was a lot of like unprocessed ones, and I put them in, and I actually replaced them. And I wish I hadn't, because I think I was replacing ones that I'd already chopped off. But a lot of them like weren't in there yet, and so that's the cost of when you don't finish something, is because you might like not do it right. This is a bunch of fur from my room yesterday. It's all over the place. I got sick yesterday. I got a fever because I started, I remember when I started sneezing. I sneezed like 1,000 times yesterday. I filled up an entire trash can of tissue because I was sneezing, and then blowing my nose. And a couple nights ago, like 3 nights ago or something, I was working until 3 in the morning, sewing together 9 4x5.5 foot rugs and putting them in the floor of my studio. Green rugs with like 2-inch long fur. It's really fine fur, like what I showed you. And I was sneezing as I was putting them in, but I didn't think much of it. And then yesterday I was sneezing all day long, and I was like, what is going on? Like, am I getting sick? Like, did I catch something from my new roommate? Because yesterday was the first full day he was here. He moved in night before last. And he was here all day, and I was here all day. And but then I realized, oh my God, I got sick. I'm sneezing off of those rugs. They have this like plastic fur floating all over and I'm inhaling it. And it's getting in my nose. Like, ever since I quit smoking weed, I'm like a little over a month now. I quit. Last day I smoked was the 20th of July. So I'm like 5 weeks without weed now. And my asthma pretty much went away. Pretty much don't have asthma. It's awesome. I don't take Advair or anything anymore. It's awesome. But I've kind of felt like I had asthma last night. Yeah, and so I sneezed so many times. I got a fever. I got sick. And then I was even thinking about sleeping in the living room. So I was like, what am I going to do? Am I going to have to take those rugs out? Am I going to have to air out my room? But I realized, decided what I'm going to do is, like tomorrow when I have the time, I'm going to take out my bed from my living room and set my vacuum on high and just vacuum the whole room and just get all of the loose fibers off of those rugs so that stuff isn't flying around, and just hope that that's just like new manufactured loose chemicals and stuff on it that I can get off and never worry about after that, because if I keep sneezing, like I have a runny nose now, and I was sneezing just not long ago. If I keep sneezing, I'm gonna have to take those out, and that was like $290 in like 5 hours down the drain. So anyway, and I haven't even really checked them. I haven't had the time to check them and see how they work with the green screen, but I'm super motivated to. If they do, I'm gonna be happy. I can't wait to try it out. So yeah, all night last night until 2 in the morning, I was dragging, because it was like when I counted them, I put them in their own folder after I'd done them for a couple hours, and I just wanted, or an hour or something, and I just wanted to know how many there were, and it was like 158 or something, and I was working on the others, and then when I drag them, I find out that I had like folders, double folders in the main folder when they should have been in one of the subfolders, and Like, it was not anywhere near done. It was like a total halfway done. A lot of doubled up folders. Because I was high off my ass when I did it, and I just quit before I was done. So yeah, I just not so long ago got done emptying the unprocessed folder, and so now what I'm doing, that was on my bed with my big screen, but the lag is really bad, so there's a piece right there flying up that I saw. I'm gonna just get on my desk, my studio desk, because the lag is better and I can look closer, because my eyesight got kind of blown out last summer when I had my computer on my desk, my chest. So look at it, and with no lag on it, just go in and just make sure my green screens are really organized, and all organized where they're consistently organized. And I can't edit them all down. Most of them are not. A lot of them are edited, but most of them aren't, where the extraneous stuff is chopped out so I can loop them. But I have like every single kind of green screen you can imagine. And the idea behind green screens, like, that's probably the thing I'm going to be relying on the most when I do my show. I want to do, like a history show, retelling history. And so I have all of the motifs for it, from people to everything else, transitions and everything. And I can put them all into my Hyperdeck. It's like 100 gigabytes, 110 gigabytes. That's like an entire card worth. They have cards up to 256, but my cards are 128 gigabytes. And just name them consistently and just put them in there, and so I can just program them in really quickly for each show that I do. I don't remember where they are, and I'll figure out how that works tomorrow. But include all that in my. I even have heads, mannequin heads. So I bought the mannequin heads to adjust my green screens, but I can also use the mannequin heads to. I should have kept the part from the bottom. I'll have to hang them from somewhere. But I can use the mannequin heads as like actors that I act with. Sometimes I can actually act with a green screen person talking to me. But I could also do it with those mannequin heads. So, but I want to be like, come up with a template to do like a one-man like history show, like actually like show like with a storyline and talk and everything. I wanted to do the history of Rome, based on here, and put Rome here, and then pretend I'm in Rome and act out what actually happened in Rome. But I'm not done with rebuilding Rome. I only have Romulan Rome and Severan Rome, so 753 BC and 211 AD. And but I don't have anything in between. I don't have the development yet, so I don't want to do the show until I build that. So until then, because I want to do the show before I'm done, and I'll just do that, like in the couple hours a day that I'm working or whatever. So I can start exercising soon, sooner rather than later. Sooner than I'm done building Rome on Google Earth. But or I might build Rome actually before I start it, but I don't have to be done, because I can start my show like in ancient Egypt, and I can have time pass faster from ancient Egypt, and I can do all of my shows like that. But anyway, that's what you would mainly rely on if you're doing a show, is the green screens, because that's when you do all the effects. But I paid $200 for a year a year of unlimited supply of Envato Elements, which is the best, most cost-effective, best one to use for like stock. I need to replace the photos on my Power 10 page on my website, because those were pictures I just got off the internet, and that's illegal to do that. So now that I have Envato, I can actually replace those whenever I have the time to do that. But yeah, I can also use it for like other videos and stuff. When I talk about things, I can just pull up random images and videos. But the green screen, is what I already collected, and I don't even know if Envato has green screen videos to download. Hopefully, maybe the ones that I got came from Envato. That'd be really convenient. But I'll look. Yeah, I'll look later on as soon as I can to see if there is green screen stuff on Envato. But so what I'm going to do for the rest of the night is, one last push. I should have done this when I was stoned before, when I built it, but Yeah, I just never finish anything. One last push on my green screen videos, 3,366 of them, making sure they're all organized right. And then I might want to buy, I think I was buying like Movavi video editor. I like bought it for $30, but then it like expired because I couldn't use it anymore, and then you have to pay another 30. I might want to buy that again because it's the quickest way to chop off front and back parts of videos. Or maybe I'll just do it on Adobe Premiere, because you have to be able to render it out, change the codec on it to ProRes 422 for the hyperdeck to be able to read it. But yeah, I'm not gonna be editing those videos anytime soon, unless I decide to just do it all perfectly now, just get it all done now. But after I'm done organizing these, and hopefully I can organize them tonight. Hopefully today will be the last day organizing those green screen videos. I can then back them up on my external card, my little 512 gigabyte card that I got for $20 the other day, which takes forever to drag stuff onto, and my 4 hard drives and the 2 computers, and then since it'll be on the other computer, I can show, because my main computer isn't connected, it's just the one that controls the programs. My second Macintosh is the one that's connected when I want to show what I'm doing on a computer on my screen. It's plugged into one of the ports with a switcher, so that you can have one port service lots of different things. I even have one port service 4 things, because I have it go out to switch between another switcher, and then my computer, and then when it goes to the other switcher, it goes to another cable for another camera, and then off to like another camera. And it works. So so people like to complain that they have those little like ATEM minis with the 4 ports, and they're like, oh, we want more ports. It's like, well, you can have as many ports as you want, just buy the switchers. But anyway, it makes it more complicated. And also, if you touch the switcher, like if you even touch it and it wiggles a little bit, the visuals will go out for a few seconds. So anyway, I'm going to, so tomorrow on my other computer, I'll do a demo of how I organize my green screens, because I can also do a demo of how I generally organize everything. Because the way that I organize stuff is I like to have everything visible like on one look. So I don't like having more folders that can fit in the screen. You don't want to have to scroll, so you see all the folders, and then you go into the folder, and then you see more folders fill up the screen. Then you click into one of those, fills up the folder. So I'll show how I organize that stuff. Because when you organize stuff on folders like that, you can only have them in one place. You can't have them stuff organized like if it's like Envato or a normal database like Adobe Stock, whatever, where something can be in multiple places. You know how like Apple Music stores music, where you can have one song where you only have one copy of the song, but it's in lots of different directories. Like you can't do that when you have it in folders, unless you like make 2 different videos. But I don't want to do it that way, because it takes too much space, and also for editing purposes, I don't want to forget, like edit this video, but then I have the same video over here that I didn't edit. But I just philosophically don't like it that way. So anyway, I'll show how I organize it, and tomorrow how I organize those green screen videos and which ones I have. But yeah, so hopefully tomorrow I can do this green screen and back it up today, so then I'll have everything backed up. And then so tomorrow I can do my vlog with my studio, with my with an actual green screen, with something on the green screen. There's this background that I really like, that I got off one of those green screen template YouTube videos that's in there, and it's like lights that start in the middle, so it would be like behind my head, and then they come out. I have a lot of those, like radio wave ones and light ones, but it's rainbow lights. So it's totally in line with my website, because my website's rainbow website. So I want to have that as my background when I'm talking. Is my like key background, whatever you call it, the base layer. I can't remember what they call it. Anyway, so I'll do that tomorrow. I'll have that thing going, and then set up set up the different backgrounds that I have, and get stuff off of Envato that I want for all of the other cameras and backgrounds that I have. And so, yeah, hopefully tomorrow will be an exciting day. So today, because I was working until 2 in the morning, I got up at like 11, and I was working on that for a little bit. And then my roommate wanted a lock on his door, so I took the handle off his door. And my mom picked me up, and we went down, and I returned the lock, and we went to McGuckin's and got another lock. Hopefully it worked. I gave it to him and told him to put it on because he wanted to. And then I went to my mom's house. I got a Subway. I've been in here like a few days just feeding myself. I've gotten really good at just feeding myself and not spending money, which is awesome. So, but I got a Subway, and then went to my mom's house and helped her garden for like an hour or something. And then got 2 huge, I guess it's these gardening container. It's like as big as a big trash can, but it's foldable. It's you borrowed from a neighbor, but 2 of those full, like with packed down to full of like weeds or plants she wanted to get rid of. So I remember helping her with that last year. So and then I came back here and I was working on that on my bed, but I closed my eyes for a little bit and had a nap. I don't know how long. It's kind of hard to tell. Like if you fall asleep during the day, I mean, it feels to you like you've been asleep for hours, but maybe it was only like 5 minutes. But anyway, then I got up and I was doing a little bit organizing on the desk. And then I was like, okay, well, let's do the video. Yeah, and I had my French fries. I have French fries every day. You need to buy an air fryer. They're as big as toaster ovens, only like 6 years old. They're just invented. But you chop up a potato with its skin, because the skin makes it taste good. You chop the potato in half, and then you chop it again. So you quarter the potato, and then you do it again. You flatten it and quarter it. So you chop it into how many pieces is that? 16 French fries, and then you pour a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil and then salt and pepper, and put it in the air fryer for 25 minutes. When it comes out, they're soft and delicious. And you can eat them like just like that or with ketchup. And so I do one of those a day, a potato a day. And I had, for breakfast, I can't remember what I had. Maybe like a can of beans. Yeah, I had a can of beans in the Subway. And then I came back and had like the potatoes. So I'm not eating that much. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing today. I'm going to go there and organize my green screens the rest of the day. Hopefully I can get done today. And then get to sleep tonight. And then tomorrow, finally, I can start going on the learning the technology. And I know how I think. I think what I'll probably do is I'm not going to start doing like very well, like hardcore produced videos on my studio until I'm doing it like with my history show. I'll probably just start the history show, do it on my main channel when I'm all ready. And so I'll probably spend a long time just prepping stuff, like chopping the beginnings and the ends off all of my green screens, creating all of the different videos of the stuff that I made on Google Earth and plugging those in and just dialing it in. And because what I want to do is get to the point where I know exactly how to use the hardware. Like I know I've done a perimeter check of my hardware, how a cat goes in and looks at every nook and cranny of the room, but when they take him into a house, just look at every nook and cranny of my hardware, know exactly what my hardware can do, like memorize it, and then memorize exactly what software I created, all the different videos I made and video and photos, and know exactly what I did, and then at that point, plug it all in, all the ones that I've already made, and then make the new ones that I'm going to need, because it's just going to be the least stress, and I'll be able to focus the most if I get it all done before I start doing the videos. Because my problem is if I'm not all done, then I could have a relapse onto preparation mode. What I'm trying to do is get in shape, like not be a slave to getting it going. See, there's another hair. I don't know if you see it. There's another hair there. They're so fine the camera can't even see it. There you go. See, that's how fine they are. They're everywhere. It's like finer than the finest human hair, just flying everywhere and inhaling them. So, yeah, be careful with those things because when people buy them, they usually just buy them as one like space rug. They're not making it the entire freaking carpet for your whole room. Those are some of the problems you run into when you're creative and you do things that you haven't seen anybody else do. But so, anyways, I got my work cut out for me. Yeah, hopefully tomorrow I'll have some more. I'll have more of this stuff figured out. But yeah, at least the ball's starting to get rolling. Okay, talk to you tomorrow.